Hey, what's up, everyone? So, as some of you may have seen my video yesterday about me being frazzled and stuff about the internet. So, a little update on that. So, we got the internet fixed and stuff. Like, my dad showed me how to reboot it, and that's all it needed was a reboot. So, we got the internet, back up and working again. The Wi Fi was working and everything. So, yeah, we got that fixed, and that was such a relief. And I did calm down after a while, after the dogs even stressed me out. You know, like I said, after I ate, I felt better because part of the reason is I was hangry. So, yeah. On another note, today I wanted to talk about things that annoy me. You know, being an autistic person, things that tend to annoy me. The first thing I wanted to talk about that annoys me is people asking questions. Now, a lot of the times when I first meet somebody, I don't mind them asking questions and stuff, but if I just feel like, if sometimes I'm just kind of done with a conversation, like I don't really want to talk anymore. Like there's just a time where I don't really feel like talking. And sometimes when people just keep asking me questions and stuff, it gets kind of annoying because I just want to, I'm just kind of done talking and I don't feel like talking anymore. And, that's the kind of thing that can annoy me. And I, seem to get a little, so I don't know if anybody notices it, and I hope they didn't, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but, I can get annoyed with that sometimes. Like there must be a way, I got to figure out something like tell them, I'm gonna have to come up with like a new strategy or new, what do you call it, way or something of telling them, because if I am bothered and annoyed, I should at least tell them how I feel, but then again, I'm afraid to tell people how I feel about that because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I know they mean well. It's just that I just was, just wanted to not talk right now, and I didn't want to, and I just wanted to sit quietly to myself. Maybe I should tell them that, in a nicer way without, hurting anybody's feelings, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. All right, next thing that annoys me is not being able to say something I really want to say. Because I feel, as I mentioned before in a previous video, I don't like it when, I just feel like people are just talking back and forth over each other, and it's hard for me to jump into a conversation because I feel like, after somebody's done and then somebody immediately starts talking the next, and advice, after that, the other person immediately starts talking, and I want to say something and I want to jump in. Hold on. I want to jump into the conversation. But, I feel like that's hard to do that, and it gets frustrating sometimes. And because, like I said, I don't want to interrupt their conversations because that would be rude. Next annoying thing is being asked to do something when I'm right in the middle of something else. Like sometimes, for example, if I'm like cleaning, one time when I was cleaning my bathroom, my dad had texted me and asked me to take our dogs out, our two little dogs, Bandit and Baxter, outside, and that's kind of, I understand he wants me to do it, and I do it because, he asked me to do it. I can pause it for just a second, cleaning the bathroom, and it, so it's not really that big of a deal, but for me, it's still kind of an annoying thing, and that's the thing I get annoyed at sometimes. Another thing is that now I really appreciate when people ask me if I'm okay, if I'm feeling a little bit sad or something, and that, or if I'm just looking just kind of mad or just out of sorts and stuff. I appreciate people checking on me. I really do. But however, if I do say, hey, I'm okay, sometimes, I'm really not, and I'm just kind of out of sorts and stuff. But the thing that kind of annoys me is that they keep, like, if they ask, are you sure? And I'm like, sometimes if they say, are you sure? And that I say yes, because I feel like, you know, I, I just wanted them to, I just want to say I'm okay and then say, okay, not say, are you sure? And then keep asking me, especially if they keep asking me over and over again. Like, I appreciate them looking out for me. I really do. Don't take that out of context, please. But it's just, however, if they just keep asking me over and over again if I'm okay, it gets kind of annoying. And I don't want it to be annoying because I know they're just trying to help me, but for some reason, it just does get annoying. Having to say hi to people when I'm not feeling social is definitely another thing. As I have said in my autism and socializing video, that sometimes, I am social and there are times when I'm not, and another annoying thing can be that, my parents or somebody might want me to say hi to somebody, if they stop by. And I just, if I'm not feeling social, it can be annoying because I just don't feel like, talking to anybody or socializing really with anybody. And I'm just not in the mood to do it. And I know they want me to do it, but, I'm not really in the mood to. That can definitely be something that also annoys me. I know I've said I didn't like loud noises and I still don't, but, sometimes, nowadays, now that I'm older, loud noises have become something that more annoys me, than really bothers me. Because, sometimes if it's just like a loud noise or something that I keep hearing and stuff, and it's a noise that, especially if it's a loud noise that just keeps going on and on and on, that's something that can certainly be annoying to me. And yeah, like I said, it's definitely more annoying nowadays than it was back when I was a kid. They bothered me back then when I was a kid, but nowadays they're just more annoying. So, that's why sometimes I have those earplugs and stuff to help me, not be so annoyed by really loud sounds like that. When I'm listening to my music and stuff, and, somebody, is trying to talk to me, like, and is interrupting, my music, that's something that annoys me too. Now, it depends on if it might be important or not, because if it is important, I'm happy that I guess they interrupted me for a second, kind of thing. It's not really that bad if it was an important thing, to get it interrupted for a second, but otherwise that, if it's nothing really important, sometimes I don't really like my music being interrupted, like if somebody's trying to talk to me. And one time I was trying to listen to music of some sorts, and my brother was telling me about this game, and he kept kind of telling me about it, and I didn't really want to hear it. I wasn't really interested in hearing about the game, and I haven't told him that, but, because I didn't want to hurt his feelings or anything, but, it was just about a game, like it was nothing important. Like, that's the kind of thing that I get annoyed at, was when I get my music interrupted for them to tell me just random stuff like that. And of course, when something doesn't work the way that I want it to, that can definitely be a really annoying thing for me. Like, it gets like really annoying and really frustrating when things don't work the way I want them to, or something isn't working for me. And yeah, that definitely can get me really annoyed. And the dog's barking too, that kind of goes back to the whole loud noises thing. Sometimes the dog's barking can just, sometimes if they just bark over and over and over again, which they do, like I said, they bark at random stuff. And, you know, that can really, really start to annoy me. You know, especially when they, you know, just keep barking and I feel like they won't stop barking. You know, I just feel like, you know, I get pretty aggravated at that. See, my dogs are starting to bark now. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but they're starting to bark, and that's, you know, I'm starting to get annoyed. You know, I usually don't record when they bark and stuff because I usually don't want them barking in the background, but I just wanted to show you of, you know, me hearing the dogs bark and getting annoyed. Like, see, it seems like they're gonna keep barking and stuff. Like, there they go barking again, and it's just, you know, this is something that annoys me. And one last thing I want to talk about that annoys me is feel like I'm being criticized, or people constantly telling me what I did, you know, wrong or something. Like, I know they're probably not trying to criticize me. However, sometimes it can feel like I'm being criticized and feel like, you know, they're like, no, you did this wrong or something, or you were supposed to do this or that. You know, that's one thing that can kind of aggravate me and make me feel kind of annoyed. I had just gotten annoyed a second ago because I had tried to hit record and the dog started barking. So, you know, that's, yeah, like I said, one thing I hate is when they start barking and I try to hit record. You know, I'm recording a video now and they start barking. You know, I don't want people to hear the dogs barking in the background during the video. So, yeah, I got annoyed just now. If you're on the spectrum and you're watching this, comment down below what annoys you. And that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.